the only one who gets a kick out of these so-called former Democrats who are now kissing lots of MAGA ass. There's nobody who has done more of that than Lil Lion Lindy Lee. Okay. So she's a fundraiser for the DNC. Our script says a well-known, but she ain't well-known. Didn't nobody know about her ass until she started going on Fox News. And so she's raised money for the Democrats 2024. And so she was all over social media just praising and loving President Joe Biden and loving Vice President Kamala Harris and posting all of these photos. But after the election, she was going off on the vice president, awful candidate, awful campaign. Democrats are sick of this, all this sort of stuff. Then she all of a sudden flipped to saying I was a conservative Democrat the whole time, and Fox News was showing her some love. And then she left the party, and oh, how she was just getting all this MAGA love, and she had never got that kind of love from the Democrats, and she was just going on and on and on. So the other day, old lion-ass Lindy Lee, or Lindy Lion-ass Lee, was on Piers Morgan's show, Uncensored, and listen to this exchange, y'all.
So out of interest, who did you vote for in the election?
In 2024?
Yeah.
I voted for one person. I actually ignored everybody else on the ballot.
Well, who did you vote for?
Because I couldn't bring myself to vote for the Democrats. I was so disgusted.
So you voted Trump?
Can I plead the fifth?
No.
I will just say that. Let me just say one thing. I was so disgusted with the Democratic. What did you say?
Who did you vote for?
I will say that I voted for one person on the ballot.
Yeah, who?
Because I was so disgusted with the Democrats, I couldn't vote for.
I hate you, but who? Who did you vote for?
Do I have to answer?
Yes. It's uncensored. Come on, spit it out.
See, I can't win with this because I raised.
You can be honest. I mean, if you're honest, you win, right? I mean, that's.
Well, no. Well, people. Well, my donors and all the Democrats will accuse me of sabotage if I.
Come on, Lindy. Who did you vote for?
I voted for Bob Casey. I didn't vote for president. I just couldn't because I'm just so disgusted.
Well, let's get a reaction.
Here's the thing. By the Democratic Party that I couldn't bring myself to vote for any of the.
Just stop speaking for a second. You voted for Bob Casey, who is a member of the Democratic Party, which is the party that
who's one of the most conservative members, who's pro-life, famously pro-life.
I know exactly, sweetheart. I have a house in Pennsylvania. I actually campaigned for Bob Casey.
If you're going to talk like that to me, please don't sweetheart me very much.
So I'm not. Listen to me, because you have to stop speaking for a second. Let me be very clear with you. You were out there until the very last second, positioning yourself as a surrogate for Kamala Harris, despite the woke stuff that you now disdain, despite the fact that you think that Democrats stand for only trans issues and nothing else that apparently you campaigned on all these years for Democrats, first for Biden, then for Harris. So the bottom line is, everything that you now disavow, you tried your very best and tried very, very hard to get in front of every TV camera that would take you to campaign for Kamala Harris, who you now claim supported trans and DEI issues that you think are completely misguided. So the bottom line is, everything that you're saying now about how you're going to help MAGA means that you threw out every value that you stood for.
Oh, but that wasn't it. Former DNC chair Jamie Harrison, he sent out this tweet. He says, Lindy Lee, this is sad. You really need to stop lying and get some help. When I got out of the car at the Kamala Harris election night party at the Conrad, you were the very first person I saw. I'll check with the film crew because maybe we even have video. Nonetheless, you were perched by the door, ready to take pictures with any celebrity type or elected official that walked in. Like a student trying to impress a professor, you joyfully rattle off how much you raised this cycle to support the campaign. You told me about hosting a fundraiser at your home and your unwavering support of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. So either you were lying then or you are lying now. But either way, it just makes you out to be a liar, a very bad liar. Who in their right mind raises money for someone, travels to that candidate's election night party in D.C. and not your home state of Pennsylvania, but yet is so disgusted by that candidate, you don't vote for them? Piers Uncensored, Piers Morgan, y'all are being hoodwinked. Carry on. Y'all, this is utterly hilarious because she's all over social at the Democratic National Convention. She's everywhere. Now, mind y'all, little lying-ass Lindy blocked me because I was giving her the business on Twitter. But here's what's so stupid about this, Randy. Nobody would get mad at her if she said she voted for Kamala Harris, because she was literally out there touting Kamala Harris. But now you're afraid to even admit, okay, so let's say you didn't vote for Kamala Harris and you voted for Donald Trump. And so what? Now you don't want to say it because what? Folks might get mad? I mean, if you voted for him, just say you voted for him. This is why she's a joke. This is why she's a liar. And thank goodness Jamie Harrison called Lil Lion Lindy Lee the liar that she is.
She's a joke. She's a token. She is available to who will give her the most fame. I mean, who does a 180 that fast? I mean, it will make you dizzy. She's turned so quickly. She's not a Democrat or a Republican. She's an opportunist. And she will go basically to who will give her the most fame. I mean, she's a flip-flopper. It's disgusting, and she should be embarrassed. And I am so happy that she is being read publicly. I enjoyed it. I actually went and watched the video a few times just for my viewing pleasure.
I mean, I laugh at folk like her, Mustafa, because it's so transparent what you're trying to do. You're just saying you want attention. You want bookings. That's all you want. And so, and she got, people have called me names. They called me, called me all kind of stuff, called me out of my name. You named it because you look like an idiot. I mean, it's different if we don't actually have video of you talking about how amazing and wonderful and awesome Joe Biden, Kamala Harris was. And now all of a sudden, they're just the devil.
You know, Ida B. Wells once said, and my grandma used to say it all the time also, the way to right wrongs is to turn the light of truth upon them. Once they put that light on her, you know, they have a difficult time in being able to sneak away. You know, we just have to be very careful, right? There are these folks who are not serious about the issues that are happening inside of our communities. They're not serious about the change that needs to happen inside of our country. And in many instances, if somebody, you know, throws a few dimes and nickels and dollars at them, then they will flip and flop. So, you know, this is just another example of somebody who is not truly committed to community, who is not truly committed to democracy, who's not truly committed to making sure that our country moves in the direction that it should. And they got caught.
I mean, it was hilarious. I mean, this is literally, this is beyond hilarious, Scott. So, Lil Lindy Lee, I told y'all she blocked me. She don't realize I can still see her stuff. Scott, this is a tweet this idiot posted a few days ago, a couple days ago. Excited to help ensure Republicans expand our majority in the House and the Senate for upcoming midterms. I'm taking my donors from the DNC and giving them to the RNC instead. Most of them are on board. We love our country and just want President Trump to succeed. And so this is her talking on Fox News. Pull it up.
So a lot of my donors are business oriented. They just want America to prosper. And President Trump wants America to prosper, and he's very business friendly. So these people are not, you know, social justice warriors. They are not like gender crazy lunatics. They just want America to succeed, for us to have strong borders, close, you know, to have sensible immigration policies.
So
Scott, go ahead.
You haven't asked me a question yet, but I've only got two things to say. One, when you flip-flop like that and you lying, Lindy, neither side trusts you or really wants you, or one or both are going to use you. But I'm still trying to figure out why I should care about Linda Lee or why I should even give commentary to her. Maybe, Roland, you tell me why I should care about this story. Because my first response is, I don't care.
No. But I think it's important because people have to be very mindful of individuals who claim to be one thing and then another. I'm really laughing because this is from February 12th. To all the Dems who attack Elon Musk for being an unelected president, I have two words for you, Joe Biden. Biden wasn't running the country for the last 4 years. His unelected senior advisors were and operated in the shadows. You wouldn't even recognize their names so kindly, STFU, and she goes on Glenn Beck. People need to understand that these frauds, these liars, they exist. So I always tell folk, because see, it's some black folks as well out there who've been saying one thing and people like they champion for them. Beware of the wolf in sheep's clothing. Beware of the liars. They will always expose who they really are.
But this isn't even a close call, Roland. It's not like you're a conservative Democrat and you're a liberal Republican and your voting record goes back and forth. She was all in. And the chaos, corruption, and criminality of Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris and Biden and all the values that they represent and everything that they are not that Donald Trump is, this is not a close call. This is just outright lying and flip-flopping in order to show up to the Republican window with the winning ticket after the vote, if you will. That's all this is. So it's not even a close call.
And I just love when they play the victim. Before you continue to defame, harass, or lie about me, please consider that I am a human just like you. I'm not a cartoon. I haven't made a single dime from telling the truth. I'm a human who is allowed to change her mind in the face of new info. I'm just someone who loves our country. Really, boo? Wait. Really, boo? I love this. Really, boo? New info? Here was you on January 26, 2024. Can we please stop using euphemisms to describe Trump's crimes? He raped E. Jean Carroll. It wasn't just abuse. He terrorized our capital. It wasn't just a riot. He committed treason by colluding with Russia. It wasn't just a mistake. Stop whitewashing the crimes of this rapist thug. Sent at 11:26 p.m. on January 26, 2024. But, Randy, she has new information.
Yeah, what about that old information? That old information is still the same. It's still the same. That don't change. Facts are stubborn. I'm sorry. Go right ahead.
Randy, go right ahead.
The only new information she received was who won the election. That was her new information. That was it. And that's when she changed for whom she was advocating. That was the information. When whoever won the election, that's whose team she's going to be on. Period.
And I love this tweet here from a Kerr Bear. Lindy Lee said the White House used to seat her in the front row so Joe could see her. Here's Lindy Lee demanding a woman in a wheelchair move so she could be in front. Is that you, Lindy? Just saying. Just saying. Oh, how delicious it is. But you have folk over here who want to play the grift game, and now all of a sudden you're just, loving all of this. And Joe is great. I'm telling you, if y'all Google the videos, y'all are going to just laugh at all the praise and the love and all of that she had for President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris.
Hello, I'm Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase. And right now we're accepting investors in our $17 million round to revolutionize the future of social media. Today, for just $399, you can own 60 shares of stock in Fanbase at $665 a share. Go to startengine.com/fanbase and invest today. While the big platforms have grown too massive and disconnected from their users, Fanbase is building a platform where creators and users truly come first. We've already raised $4.8 million from everyday investors who believe in this vision, and now you can join them. This is your chance to invest in a social media tech company with over 1 million users that is disrupting media by allowing anyone to reach all of their following and monetize their content from day one. The market is changing, big platforms are failing to serve their users, and Fanbase is stepping up to fill the gap. Don't wait until it's too late. Invest now. Invest for yourself and your future. Go to startengine.com/fanbase and own the future of social media.
In a quaint village, Jamie, a young baker living in a mushroom-shaped house, is beloved for his delicious, mushroom-shaped cakes. Lucas, a skilled handyman known for helping the townspeople, frequently visits Jamie for treats and to lend a hand. When Jamie's baking supplies are delayed due to a supplier going out of business, he becomes distraught. Lucas comforts him, and in that moment, they realize their growing feelings for each other. As Lucas helps Jamie find a new supplier and supports him through his struggles, their bond deepens into love. Soon, the village comes to see them as a perfect pair, celebrating their sweet connection. To get your copy of The Baker and the Handyman's Sweet Connection, please visit lulubooks.com. This is an electronic book, so be sure to have an EPUB or PDF reader to enjoy this heartwarming story by Ariel Williams.
To view more ebooks, click Linktree in bio.
Appetite for destruction. In the year 2032, the world teetered on the brink of disaster as humanity faced a nightmare no one could have foreseen. Food, the very thing that sustained life, had turned into a weapon of terror. It all began in a remote factory in China, shrouded in smoke and shadows. Rows upon rows of vegetables grew in eerie greenhouses, their leaves trembling under artificial lights. Workers moved through the rows, their expressions tense. Whispers filled the factory, something was wrong with the crops. Lee WEI, a seasoned worker, approached a row of tomatoes, each fruit unnaturally large and almost translucent. As he reached out, one of the tomatoes suddenly lurched forward, releasing vine-like tendrils that wrapped around his wrist, pulling him into its soft, pulpy flesh. Lee's scream was swallowed by the shadows as the tomato consumed it. For more, click Linktree in bio.
Terms and Conditions of a King follows King, a young Arab-American man whose journey of self-discovery leads him through heartbreak, longing, and growth. After ending a promising but unsustainable relationship with Thomas, a man of status and high expectations, King finds himself grappling with loneliness and yearning for connection. His encounter with Malcolm, a charming but emotionally unavailable man, reveals the pitfalls of settling for less than what he deserves. Through it all, King's dreams, his growing independence, and his candid conversations with his confidant, Princess Ariel, guide him toward a powerful realization: self-worth cannot be compromised. Set against the backdrop of everyday struggles, budding careers, and the complexities of modern love, Terms and Conditions of a King is a story of resilience, introspection, and the courage to let go of what doesn't serve you. Ariel Williams weaves a tender and transformative narrative about learning to value oneself, even in moments of uncertainty, and believing in a future where true love and fulfillment are possible. For more, click Tree link in profile.